Well, that was great fun. There's me saying I don't enjoy cruising as much as I did when I started, but I enjoyed that. I mean, the weather's got a lot to do with it, plus the fact I haven't been out on Aslan for a very long time. We just haven't had the weather, and I've been doing other stuff. Guy's Tavern on the right, which is a huge pub and eatery, but it's all closed. There's some notices here. What do they say? Let's have a look. Application for a premises license. How can they have an application for a premises license? It's been a pub for centuries. It's a huge place, and it's always very, very popular. How very strange. Let's hope it's not just going to become some tumble down old ruin, abandoned like so many other pubs. Onto the main road, the A6. Ah, there we go. Bilsborough store.
Oh, you mean that? Oh, the back part.
Good morning. Just making my way over to the water point. Yep, good morning. And that's me all topped up with water and got rid of a bag of rubbish. Now around about 4.5 to 5 miles to a little place called Swillbrook. I got a notification this morning, an update on the removal of that tree between bridges 26 and 27. Unfortunately, contractors have been delayed starting the job. And a further update will be given in 7 days' time. This of course means I can't get through at the moment. It's a couple of miles after Swillbrook. The problem is the last winding hole is at Swillbrook. So if I go past that winding hole and I can't get through the bridge, I won't be able to turn round. So if the tree isn't cleared by the end of today, then I'll have to stop at Swillbrook. The canal has suddenly become very rural again. Lots of green, which I like, and the first glimpses of sort of spring coming along. And that leads to a question from Dean Reed, 7196, and he asked, which canal is the best for the most natural scenery? And I could say, well, here right now, probably not so much natural and unspoilt because it's farmland, but still what you'd call countryside, very gorgeous. Northern parts of Lancaster, just as good, if not better, as you go into Cumbria. In the Shropshire Union is wonderful. Llangollen, gorgeous. But I think for a single piece of canal, unspoilt, as natural as it can be nowadays, would be the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. There was a stretch on the way to Skipton, which was it was in the middle of nowhere, and it was the Pennines. So yeah, the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. It's probably about a 4-mile stretch on the way to Skipton. Absolutely, yeah. That's when I thought, I'm in the middle of nowhere here, and it was absolutely beautiful. Another viewer question, and this time Ian Cox 468 asks, what are the pros and cons of staying in a marina? And well, there's a lot of pros, and I can't really think of any cons, to be honest with you. The first one for me is it's a base. I'm able to feel a bit more settled and have a motorbike. For me, it's all about having a motorbike. I must have a motorbike or 3. Mains electric, there is no substitute for mains electric. It's brilliant. In the summer you can run off solar, but the winter you've got no chance. Another pro would be security, which is quite an important point for me. It's a difficult one. In my position, I'm very exposed. Aslan is very recognisable. I'm in a fairly unique position in that my home is also my work, and it's what I'm known for. And I'm on the canals. I film about the canals. I'm quite exposed, and I'm sorry to say, met quite a few unsavoury people, unique people, some of which have been quite unnerving. I've had a couple recently, since I met Lisa. They're not happy that I'm happy. They want me to be, CountryHouseGent, chugging along the canal on my own forever. It's at times like that I'm thankful that I have some security in being in a marina. Suddenly gone a bit dark and chilly. I really don't remember any of this part of the canal from when I came over in 2019. Yeah, there's a marina here. I didn't know this was here. Very nice. Looks to be mainly cruisers. Looks to be entirely cruisers, apart from this wide beam here. That was Moon's Bridge Marina. And now 1.5 miles to Swillbrook and the Winding Hole. Ah, a man sat in a bathtub. Ah, memories, memories. Grumpy Mealy 2441, who asked a couple of questions on the motorbike video. He's also asked if I could have any kind of boat, what would it be? Now, of course, there's Aslan. Aslan's my ideal narrowboat. I mean, she could be 10 foot longer, a bit more living space, but for just me, liveaboard, cruising, yeah, she's perfect. But in the Scottish road trip, I showed and discussed, talked at length about the old 1950s Dutch fishing trawlers. I think the shape and everything, yeah, it's a romantic idea, and I did at one point think, oh, that would be really good. but the practicalities of it, having 2 boats for a start, and one of them probably moored up in Scotland somewhere. You know, it would be a day to get there, and what would I do? Just go on there, tinker with it? Or would I go out to sea? And going out to sea is a completely different kettle of fish compared to canals. But yeah, a 1950s Dutch fishing trawler would be the ultimate kind of boat for me. But I probably wouldn't, and yeah, I've got Aslan, and she's perfect. I just had another quick check the emails for a notification from CRT about the tree down between bridges 27 and 26. Still nothing. They say there'll be a further update in 7 days. And I've been past bridge 35. Bridge 34 is coming to the end. Shortly after that is a winding hole. There's no more places to turn round. Yeah, the winding hole's as far as I can go, so when I get there I'm going to turn round and then make my way back up a bit until I find somewhere to moor up for the day. There's moored boats here. I think they probably realise exactly the same as me, that if you go on any further you won't be able to turn round. You'll be stuck between here and bridge 27. And the winding hole, according to the Nicholson guide, is right by there. Well, this is the bridge, and the winding hole must be here, I'm assuming. There's a massive wide beam plonked in the winding hole by the look of it. I hope there's room to turn. Oh, it should be by the look of it, hopefully. And this is the first bit of duckweed I've seen on the entire trip so far. It had struck me how clean the Lancaster was looking. Okay, time to turn this boat around. Well, that weren't so bad. Okay, well, that is as far as I can go on the Lancaster at the moment. As I say, there's going to be another notification in 7 days' time, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back up a bit until I come to a bit of Armco where I can tie up for a bit. Well, while I'm chugging along to find somewhere to moor up, I thought I'd end this video with a little story, and it's something I've never talked about before, and it goes all the way back to when I'm sat in my camper van at Crick waiting for the hull survey on Aslan and waiting to pay for her. Firstly, I've never said how much I paid for Aslan. I've always been asked. I paid a total of 32,500, which in 2017, watch where you're going, Kevin, is yeah, that was a good sum of money, but not what they go for now, which is way more. So I'm sat in the camper van, and I just said I've now paid the grand sum of a large sum of money. And then I sort of looked up at the sky a little bit and said a bit of an anticlimax, really. Now, I wasn't referring to actually buying Aslan. I didn't expect something amazing to happen. However, I'd gone into the office of the broker to pay the balance with my laptop. Banking apps didn't really exist then. And I'd already paid a deposit, a 10% deposit, paid the balance, and there was another couple in the office as well that had just done exactly that. They'd paid the balance on a boat and bought it. And this chap, the boss, comes out the office carrying one of those cardboard, like Tesco wine and beer carriers, and it's got a bottle of red, bottle of white in it, some real ales, and he goes up to the couple, shakes their hand, and says, you know, this is just a token of appreciation for ourselves, thank you for buying a boat. And they're like, oh, lovely, and shaking hands and talking, and and I've just done exactly the same. I've just handed over, I think it was about £29,000, something like that, and I'm thinking, oh, wow, this will be good, and thinking, I'm going to get some wine and beer, that'll be great. I paid the amount, closed the laptop, the couple left, and the guy went back in his office and closed the door. So I got up and said, yeah, right, I've paid the balance, and without looking at me, this lady said, right, I'll do your receipt. Printed off the receipt, slapped it on the desk, and I said, oh, have you got the keys? And she went, oh yeah, open the drawer, slapped the keys on the desk, and that was it. Yep, there was no wine or beer. But me being me, I'm used to that kind of thing. I went back to the van, said I've just paid for Aslan, handed over the grand sum of a large sum of money. Oh, a bit of an anticlimax, really. Well, there you have it then. Look after yourselves, and hope you've enjoyed watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and cheers for now.